Good morning. Played some Dark Souls last night and got incredibly lost in the catacombs and died a bunch to Ornstein and Smo. It's funny. I don't know how familiar people are with the Dark Souls series, but I can beat like the hardest boss in Elden Ring, you know, Consort Radahn. I can beat all the bosses there without any summons. And yet, the bosses in Dark Souls, which are so slow and predictable, still give me trouble. It's like a mental thing. You get so overconfident because they're so like slow that you end up making really stupid mistakes over and over. But I had a lot of fun playing Dark Souls. Gonna play that again tonight. But Final Fantasy, much less stressful. We're here for the story. That's why Dark Souls is a good complement to Final Fantasy, playing both. Because you have Final Fantasy, which is all story and a very well-written story. And then you have Dark Souls, which is basically, no story. Unless you go looking for it. So they're good games to play together. I tried to play two MMOs together, like I was playing Final Fantasy and, what was the game called? Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. Which is I hope will be a good game eventually. It's still very, very early in that game's development. But I was trying to juggle two stories in my head simultaneously, and it wasn't working. Where there's a lot of lore in multiple games, it's hard to be connected to both, so I'm coupling games with Final Fantasy that you don't really have to think as much in terms of story and lore and world. That's a thing. I don't want to fight you. This island is enormous. Actually, what I wanted to do... Okay, before we do that, because we're nearing the end of the expansion here. Actually, this probably isn't a good spot because I can't teleport here. Alright, I'll wait till I find a teleport spot. I want to do the last Lancer quest, or Dragoon quest. It has some relevance to the overall plot. The Great Worm is being held in some manner of restraint. Also, it's nice to play a game with a controller versus keyboard and mouse, just to switch it up. Cometh to this forsaken place and disturbs my solitude. Sounds like a female voice actor. Midgard Summer? Tiamat. It's a D&D reference. Well, to be fair, I think Tiamat stole it from history. None of them. My form is such that I may journey with Heidelin's chosen. Mortal who desires to end the war between man and dragon. Yeah, the real Midgard Summer is like the biggest dragon ever. But I think, yeah, Tiamat might be from some other religion that I'm not familiar with. But it was definitely co-opted in D&D. Millennia have passed since I was brought low by the men of Allag. To think that war rageth still between our kinds. So they were fighting them even in the astral eras. Even against super technology, the dragons were still fighting. Hearken to my tale, child of man. I'm Tiamat, Midgard Summer's first brood. Here we go. In a time before time, my father did come to the star bearing 7 eggs.
From these eggs did my
Together with my brood brother Bahamut, I journeyed south to Mericidia. Together we brought forth innumerable children into the world. He abided in peace, and all was well, until the men of Allag came some 5,000 years since. They slaughtered my children in droves, and took from me my beloved Bahamut. It was then, when I had fallen into the depths of despair, the black-robed men came unto me, the Asians. So they took Bahamut. The Allagans make the big moon thing that destroyed the world? They offered to resurrect Bahamut through their dark arts, and I, in my grief, accepted, a decision which I shall regret unto my dying breath. Okay, so no, it was the Asians. What they brought back was a mockery of my beloved. Worse, the Asians gifted his murderers the means to entrap him. Okay. So he was resurrected, but crazy, and they put him in the moon, Dalamud. Know this, child of man. The beings that calls gods are but specters of the mind's creation, given a form at great cost to hide them. Many such beings yet slumber across the land, brought to heel by the self-same empire that bound me. They must not be released into the world. If thou wouldst end the conflict, vanquish the Asians, and deliver the weak of will from the bonds of their dark influence. It hath been 5,000 years, my child. Wilt thou not forgive thyself? I do like that my character speaks dragon. The release of death is denied me here, yet I desire not freedom. Nay, Father, I shall live with my regret until the world itself has ceased to be. Alright, being a little emo now. Such is my punishment for consorting with darkness, for calling forth a loathsome and lamentable creature which blackeneth my beloved memory. My beloved's memory. I mean, speak too harsh on herself. Take advantage of someone in grief, they're gonna make bad decisions. So we didn't get a physical crystal, we just opened our mind's awareness or something? Don't know what that symbolizes. Looks cool though.
Warrior of light.
Heidelin's very extra.
Beloved son.
Oh, the music.
The light abideth within thy heart again. Full valiantly didst thou overcome thy many trials, but glory not in thy success. For the servants of darkness are ever close at hand. Receive of me my blessing once more, and go forth to shine thy light on all creation.
Thou hast broken down the wall I built around thee, and partaken of thy mistress's blessing once more.
Is he mad?
Strong art thou, mortal. Stronger than any other of thy kind.
I am kind of a big deal.
Having looked upon thy deeds, I am convinced thou art worthy to bear her light.
Oh, so that was the whole thing.
hearts were mingled from the first. Though I will not fight thy battles, I will yet lend thee my wings.
Are these real wings? These hypothetical wings?
Come, mortal. We go to cast out the darkness.
Hardcore. Once more into the breach. Can I ride Midgard Summer? Freebird. Pretty cool mount, and it matches all my spikiness. Alright, there we go. This makes traversing much easier. We've got to open one of the dungeons in here. Excited to do one of those. Welcome to the flagship Master Jacked. Almost at your destination. Warning, intruders detected in the vicinity. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Okay? Alright, so does that mean... Okay, we just showed up there. Cool. Oh. We have to do a dungeon! Yeah. We should just fly him. Intruders approaching. Hello? Area secured, lifting access restriction to the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Restrictions lifted. You may enter the facility at your leisure. Unknown energy source detected within the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Please exercise caution. I'm pleased to have been of service to you, Master Jack. Please send my regards to Master Wedge. Deactivating. Well, I hope we didn't need it anymore. Unfortunately, my warrior isn't high enough level, so we have to wait in DPS queue. What does this do? Okay. Yeah, sure. That would be helpful. He doesn't look too bad. While you're taking a minute, I'm going to run a 1-minute ad break because I don't want people to miss content, and it's going to run one automatically if I don't, so be right back. Alright, if anyone's watching on YouTube, we're just waiting for the ads to get done. This is rear, this is flank. Rear, rear, flank. Okay. Where are we on the ads? 7 seconds remaining, okay. Wasn't too painful. Let's kill that thing. You're good, man. Oh, this is straight out of Final Fantasy VI. The Warring Triad. In Final Fantasy VI, they were facing each other. So they were all fighting, but they were canceling out each other's power, and the world was, you know, stable. But then Kefka's plan, he just shifted them around a bit so they weren't in balance, and it destroyed the world. I love references in this game. Brings me back to my childhood. Although in this one, they're not doing what they were doing in 6. Because they were turned away, looks like. Whereas in 6, they were all like, one is pointed at this one, the other one is pointed at this one. So it was balanced. Wonder how they're going to use it here. Are you Leo, right? Oh yeah, you're right here. Cool. Look at that. Instant Q. Healer Q. I'm going to level a healer at some point. I think on this character it'll probably be Sage just because it looks cool. I don't know how they heal, but it looks cool. Yeah, I enjoy tank privilege as well, but fortunately my main is lower level because I want to level a Dragoon for Heavensward. This reminds me of the Crystal Tower. Makes sense considering it's Allagan. Burned all my cooldowns there. Didn't know if I should, but it seemed right. It was fun. Hopefully I have him back for the boss. Especially the group one. It's a cool dungeon, though. I need to turn on my damage meter. I'm curious how I'm doing. Alright, we got our cooldown back up. We're good.
I will crush you underfoot. Savage.
Oh, he's back. I think we'd run into him here.
There is nowhere to run. Enough. In the name of the Emperor! In the name of the Emperor! Enough!
I don't know if we're supposed to kill these or just DPS him, but when in doubt, kill the ads. Typically, the worst thing it does is make the fight a bit longer, if it's the wrong choice. Whereas if there's a mechanic involving the ads and you don't do them, that's bad.
Can you withstand this? In the name of the Emperor!
Day is yours, but we'll meet again. That seems to be the running joke with him. Knock him down, he's like, but I'll be back again. This dungeon's really cool, though. Oh no, I maxed out my tombstones. I don't know where to buy the Heavensward tombstone stuff. Gotta look that up. Because I'm gonna miss out on 100. Different area. Looks beautiful. Big dragon dive. Honestly, this AoE just reminds me how much I miss Bard. AoEing on Bard is so satisfying. Oh, DC. Oh, she's back. Good. Because the best Bard AoE has like a pretty small radius, so you really have to target it carefully, which is pretty fun, because when you hit all of it, the damage is very satisfying. Here, I'm assuming I'll get more later, but right now it's just spam my one AoE. So much fun. And it's in a line. It is kind of cool to like line it up like this and hit all of them, but it's still one button. For now. Cool mini event. Oh, that's a Reaper scythe. Oh, I was supposed to look away, wasn't I? I saw the petrification and I didn't think. Well, I just didn't think. That maybe it was a Medusa situation. Oh, stack. Oops. Keep forgetting the fourth part of my combo, like a good player. Also isn't very satisfying to hit because the potency is lower than the third part of my combo, even if you hit the positional. Yeah, I need to find where to spend my tombstones in Heavensward. This is a really cool dungeon. It's like a 5-man version of Crystal Tower, except, you know, not just going up. I put my interrupt somewhere, and I don't remember where. It's kind of important. That's Fane. Where's my interrupt? Take it off my bars? I'm a good MMO player, I promise. I think, anyway. Oh, very cool. Look at that. If that's the theme of the dungeon, because we're in a biotech like research place, we're fighting all these specimens. Big crit. Getting closer. To something. Oh, this is epic. Look at this. Last one. Oh, cutscene. Okay, now we're getting weird. It's biomass in here. Asians.
The champion of Hydaelyn.
Tell me, why do you despise the primals so? They are the embodiment of mortal will, of mortal desire. Plainly, you desire a foe to despise, and 'tis well that you do, for it is from the vortex of ceaseless conflict that Lord Zodiark shall be reborn.
Lord Zodiark.
Through the joining, the world shall become whole again. Then all shall be as once it was, as it should ever have remained.
For the glory of Lord Zodiark.
Your meddling ends here and now, warrior.
Finally. Straight up fight. Let's go. For chains, ice in, fire out. Okay. For chains, one away from your partner. Okay. Cool. La Brea. It is time.
Darkness shall consume light.
Really doesn't like us. So ice in. Oh, in the ice. Okay. This makes sense now. Let's do it. Big Braver. Gotta watch out for the chains that we're talking about. Alright, some self-healing going on. we got this.
Burn no more.
This is flank. Get the flank positional. Switch to La Habrea. Done. Fun fight.
Such strength, it defies all reason.
Oh, round 2.
No, I will not be bested by the likes of them. La Habrea,
It is
it is time.
Ice in, fire out. Okay. And then chains. This is probably where the chains come in.
Very well. Let us show these mortals the true power of the Echo. The power to break down the barriers of existence.
I am become you.
And we are become one.
Isn't that a Mariah Carey song? When two become one. Alright, they keep talking about chains. Okay. Know the chains. When two become one. I think that's Mariah Carey. Jesus. All right. Stack. No, don't stack. Whoops. That was a tank buster. That wasn't a stacking mechanic. Well. Yep, that was fast. So we gotta get right out after that, or we die. Well, now I know it. Yeah, that was very fast. I went from the fire AoE to the huge AoE. So after the ice, we gotta book it. Now we know. one's closer will go first. Okay. Let's do it. Yep, pretty straightforward. When the orange outline goes away, you run. And if I just stick to the people that know what they're doing, we can stack for all of these things, so. Well, I appreciate him reminding me of the basic mechanics of the game. But yeah, you learn that early, that the animations don't matter. What matters are the indicators. But the way I died the first time, I saw a tank buster, and I thought it was a stacking mechanic. Pretty dumb of me. Alright. Nice. That's fast. See the chains yet? Stack. Faints him. Okay, I stacked and I fainted. Okay, that's the chains. It's a fun fight. Oh, stack, stack, stack. I don't know, faint. I'm staying with Ray. She seems knowledgeable. Seems a good time to limit break. Big crit. Good God, I'm no pot. Tank buster, get away. Okay, don't do it again. Hit the wrong combo. I'm good at the game. Oh, come on. Oh, we got another raise? Oh no. It's funny, I'm so proud of myself for understanding mechanics very quickly in MMOs typically. It's definitely WoW, like in new stuff, I can diagnose it very quickly. This is much harder. Just learning all the new nomenclature. Nope, Tank Buster, get out. I still died. Yeah, I couldn't tell which way to run with those fire things after the big AoE. And that got me killed. I also really need to see where you spend Poetics and Heavensward. Okay, it's right in Ishgard. Okay. We'll need to find Rowena's representatives in Ishgard and buy some stuff.
That he might regain the blessing of light I had foreseen. But he has grown so strong in it as to deny us our power.
Let us withdraw, La Habrea. That power remains to us, at least. Impossible!
So, you harness the Eye's power. A pity you spent it all. What will you do now, hero?
I spent it all? When did that happen? Oh, I guess breaking into this place.
So, not even the vaunted warrior of light can unmake an Ascian without relying upon mortal contrivances.
Just randomly busted in. I still want his robes.
In the distant past, King Thordan and his knights 12 fought and defeated Nidhogg. Though the victory cost them dear, they were rewarded with a great prize, the Dread Worm's Eyes, both of which have since been held in the Holy Sea's safekeeping. The eye you possess was Nidhogg's left, and long has it served as a source of the Azure Dragoon's might. As for its twin, slain here, joined to the person of Haldreth, the first Azure Dragoon. For though he learned to harness its power, he was ultimately consumed by it. Even in death, his body decays not. A pitiful end for a fabled hero. My Ascian friend, long have you and your kind sown the seeds of chaos by teaching mortals the secrets of summoning. But if you assumed that we would meekly serve as your pawns, then you are gravely mistaken.
You would raise a hand against us?
By taking unto my flesh the soul of the legendary King Thordan, I can become a god!
Damn.
Not cessation, whose being is sustained by a millennium of fervent prayer, and the eye's nigh bottomless reservoir of ether.
What?
Your contempt for man has proven your undoing, Ascian. For my first act as God King, I do hereby sentence you to die! Matters not what form that ether takes. Ascian souls are no exception. With this power, I shall put an end to 1,000 years of conflict. Be they sown by Ascian, dragon, or primal, wheresoever the seeds of chaos threaten to quicken, I shall excise them with my divine blade and bring order to the world.
This is very much the classic despot. Just give me all the power and everything will be fine.
I have become that which you abhor, warrior of light. If you would take issue with my godhood, I shall answer you with my blade.
It's every dictator in history. Now it's the Empire, really. In Star Wars. Their whole thing was, I mean, Palpatine was kind of evil, but the rest of the Empire, they were in it basically saying, okay, we have all these rogue planets, we have all these, the Outer Rim's crazy, people are dying all over the place, there's chaos. If we just, rule everything, then we can institute law and order. We can have some stability. That was their whole thing. I guess King Thordan just went kind of insane. It's like, all right, I just need all the power and it'll be fine. Oh, we go right into another one. Paladin, do you want to do this one as well? don't know if you're in my party still. Looks like you're not. I wish there was a place I could port to. So I want to spend my poetics, but guess it's not a huge deal. No worries, man. Oh, you're one of those lucky people that gets to work from home, aren't you? I am on vacation right now. Not by choice, but... Well, not much to do while we're sitting in here. I mean, we could exit, but that's no fun. I want to stay in the story. Oh, I didn't notice that. It's very slight. But when you turn, you actually lean into the turn a little bit, unless I'm going crazy. Yeah, my guy leans in when he turns. Let's go. King T. This is the first trial I have not tanked.
Brothers, the time has come to call upon the true power of the Heavensward.
Damn. Dude, badass.
Fight me if you will, warrior of light. I cannot. All who stand against me will be destroyed, be they servants of the darkness or the light. By my blessing shall all men be sanctified, and an endless era of peace begin. Vice
Yep,
and
that's pretty realistic.
conflict shall cease to be.
That's what every despot says.
You reject my divinity, yet what have you to offer my people in its stead? Bitter truth? Virtuous suffering? No matter. If you believe your cause just, I call upon you to defend it with your life.
King T, baby. No one mentioned anything concerning mechanics, so I'm assuming this is one of the easy trials. We shall see. I'm pumping though. Yeah, the last boss fight was great. Okay, he's dying very quickly. Unless there's a phase 2. Oh. I had to look away, didn't I? Popped my DPS cooldown right before that. Oh well. A lot of lights going on. Not doing much. Never and always, brother. What's the quote? Was it Hamlet? Full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I think it was Hamlet. It's a nice light show. End your vain struggle. We in that? We out of that? Okay, that happened. Going cyan. I think. I don't know what's happening. It's very pretty, though. Yeah, that was way easier than Ascian Prime.
How can this be? A millennium of prayer and the Eye's power combined.
Well, he just fought like
Still you stand.
8 dudes that were Hyland's chosen, so I mean that makes sense to me.
Who? What are you?
Sorry, responding to a work text. Alright, so I need to go back to Ishgard at some point, because I keep wasting poetics.
It is over then. I had hoped that mine would be the hand to end it. But knowing you, there was little chance of that. 'Twould seem the eye has served you well. Its twin. At long last. All that remains is to take them beyond the reach of man and dragon both. With this task accomplished, my toil shall finally be at an end.
Oh no. We're gonna have to fight Estinian? Are we getting the real Midgard Summer?
Servant of Idolin.
No.
Over there! Oi! Haha! Gods damn it, do you always have to cut it so bloody close?
Yes, because it's dramatic. Deal with it.
It would seem he has done it again.
Was there ever any doubt? Let us return to Ishgard. Our friends will be eager to learn the battle's outcome, and welcome back their champion.
Where is Estinian?
Stinian, the real boss?
I dare say you are the first soul in Ishgardian history to arrive in our city upon Dragonback. This scene shall be remembered for 1,000 years to come.
We're breaking glass ceilings everywhere. Look at us. Should have put my helmet up for this. I didn't know it was going to be a long cutscene.
As we had feared, the Archbishop summoned the soul of King Thordan into himself, and thence became a primal.
But he and his knights are no more, thanks to the Warrior of Light.
Your struggles are not yet over, mortals.
Whom do I have the pleasure?
I am Midgardsormr. I have journeyed with Hyderling's champion and observed his deeds in the conflict between man and dragon. Tell me, children of Thordan, do you desire peace?
My people have committed unspeakable atrocities against dragonkind, even against our own. Would that we could undo these wrongs, but we cannot. Be that as it may, the future yet presents a chance to begin anew. Our nation has broken free of the shackles of a false faith, and Nidhogg shall lead his kindred against us no more. I doubt not that it will require much effort and perseverance, but 'tis my belief that in time, Ishgard will again become a place where man and dragon may abide together in harmony.
I shall remember thy words. Yet be warned, Nidhogg's soul liveth on. His unbridled rage hath claimed for its vessel the one thou callest the Azure Dragoon.
Estinian.
Doubt not but that Nidhogg will call out to his brood ere long, nor that they shall answer him. Steel yourselves, for the true test is yet to come.
Come what may, we will never cease to believe. Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
1,000-year war cannot be ended in a day. It may take generations. What thou dost begin, thy children must continue. Entrust unto them thy hopes and dreams, that peace may reign again, and forevermore.
Let all here present attest that Sir Emeric, acting on behalf of the Archbishop, has appended his signature. I do hereby declare that from this day forth, the Holy See of Ishgard shall once more be counted a member of the Eorzean Alliance.
Bringing the world together.
Let our nations move
Hey, it looks like
forward
everything
as
got
one
repaired a little bit.
and stand
It's doing
united
better.
against the Garlean Empire.
Empire's still the big bad. Well, the Ascians in the Empire.
For the future of Eorzea.
I didn't know this was going to be the end.
For the future of Eorzea!
Because there was a point where we made a choice over which direction to go, and we chose one. I thought we were going to go to the other. Hey, Hilda! We didn't get enough of you. This is definitely something WoW doesn't do. There's never any conclusion. Like, you see an ending cutscene, but it's always like, oh, and here's what comes next. There's no, like, finality. But I like that Final Fantasy gives that to you. Definitely after A Realm Reborn, and definitely after Heavensward.
A noble monument to a noble soul.
Is that for Isal, or however you pronounce her name? Oh no, it's Horsefon.
From here, Lord Orshafon can watch over all of Ishgard.
He was a bro.
It has been a long and arduous journey, and we have lost much and more along the way. Yet come what may, we must stay true to our purpose and press on.
That's right, you two. It's high time we got back to rebuilding the Scions.
Her voice actor is so
Which
much
means
different.
we're going to need money! And lots of it!
So ends a glorious chapter in their tale. However, tumultuous
Rebuilding.
days yet lie ahead for Ishgard. After 1,000 years under the yoke of the Church, the people take their first tentative steps into the unknown. And though they spy a glimmer of peace upon the horizon, Nidhogg's vengeful shadow yet remains to darken the way.
So we've made peace with most of the dragons.
So long as the young commander of the Temple Knights and his heroic companions are there to guide them, the people may hold fast to hope. The hope that one day true peace will return to Ishgard, and that man and dragon may live in harmony once more. Let the deeds writ herein never be forgot, that they may inspire generations yet unborn to strive ever heavensward.
Now, I know we probably have a lot of patch content to go through, but great expansion. It told a much more concise story than A Realm Reborn, which, I mean, it really has to, just because there's 10 levels, one, as opposed to, you know, 50. And they had a lot more time to write it and actually, you know, make it good. Well-paced.
Children of the land, do you hear?
Not to say that
Echoes of truths that once rang clear.
Not to say that Realm Reborn was slow. Like before the post-patch content, like as we were still fighting the Empire and doing all that stuff and fighting the Primals, it was still, I thought, very well paced. Because we were exploring, we were seeing new areas, we were learning all the players in the world. It's just when you get to that post-patch stuff, it slowed down to a crawl. That was rough. So, this was even an upgrade on that part. All the characters well realized. Well, we didn't get much of Hilda. I want more Hilda. Maybe she shows up more in the post-patch stuff. But yeah, very good story. Very much a story of, like, nations fighting so long they don't realize why they're fighting, which is relevant to the real world. Yeah, exactly. Well, Grumpy Old Man, I don't know if many people forget that, because it's very well known now. Like, the documentary was huge that, I forget who made it. That Irish dude. But it was great, and I think a lot of people know that. And even despite that, I really enjoyed all the content up until the Empire fell. It's just, I think they were, still in crunch, even with the post of Realm Reborn content, and they didn't think of the players that would have to play through that after. Because that content spread over the course of, you know, months. Wouldn't be that bad. I would welcome like a longer thing if I only get it once every, you know, 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 2 months or whatever. But when you play it all in a row, it was rough. Like the pre-Crystal Tower stuff took forever. Like setting up for the party took forever. Setting up the movement of the Scions took forever. And there were some good story beats in there. Like the Shiva fight was awesome. And Membrito, they had to have enough so we felt... Like, in Membrito, we had to have felt connected to her because, you know, she's going to sacrifice herself, so you have to care about her. But there was so much more padding besides that. Oh yeah, a lot of people do say it sucked. an Adam might be playing, so I might be speaking to nobody. But, yeah, a lot of people say it sucks, but I think they're just remembering it improperly. That sounds very conceited. It's like I'm telling them how to think, but I played a lot of MMOs. The story was not bad before the post-patch content. It was pretty good. Yes, a little cliche, but it wasn't bad. Because you have to lay the groundwork of all that stuff before you can expand on it like they do in Heavensward. You have to know everything that's going on back in Eorzea with the rest of the Alliance before you can go here and have this mean anything. And I know this is one story up until Endwalker, so they're continually building. Like now we just added another player. We added Ishgard. So Ishgard's part of the Alliance now. And I'm imagining as we go on to Stormblood, we're going to add somebody else. I mean, I don't know if I agree with you there. I don't think it's hard for newer folks to understand that because every Final Fantasy player says that. Like, I think maybe a few years ago you could say that, but once Final Fantasy exploded, like when WoW was in Shadowlands and everyone left and played, if you followed any gaming thing on social media, it was filled with Final Fantasy players saying, hey, just get through A Realm Reborn. Just get through A Realm Reborn. Like, so I don't think... Like, new players definitely know that now. It's still hard to get through. Like, even me knowing it and having all the context, it was still tedious. But, you get through that, you get to Heavensward, and it's awesome. Oh, yeah. It is not contextually available to new players, again, unless they talk to any Final Fantasy player. Because Final Fantasy players aren't shy about talking about A Realm Reborn and what happened with it. But yeah, the only... Okay, I'll agree with you on that. Like, A Realm Reborn, up until that final celebration where we, beat Gaius, was great. And that celebration was awesome. And then it just slogs after that. But yeah, the initial story of Realm Reborn that they did in 1 year was great. I enjoyed all of that. It wasn't poorly paced, because you were still introduced to new characters as you played through, like, very regularly. So you keep learning new things, so it was not tedious. But then you get to Heavensward, and it just goes. Like, there's not much tedium in Heavensward. It just, we're going. We got 10 levels, we are telling a story, we're going. Now, I know I have a lot of post-patch content to do, because I'm pretty sure every expansion has some. Hopefully it's not as bad as A Realm Reborn. I haven't heard anything about it, so that typically means it's not as bad as Realm Reborn's post-content. I haven't heard much about Stormblood. I know people don't rate it as highly as Heavensward, but we'll see. What's next on my plate is leveling up my warrior and my bard to 60, because they're lagging behind right now. And those are the two classes, or two jobs, I want to play going forward. That's true. Slow is still slow. Oh yeah, I started doing that. Well, I didn't walk everywhere. I took the Chocobo service, but then I did give that up. So, I respect that person. And honestly, with new MMOs, I hope most of them... Again, it's hard to make an MMO. There aren't many new good MMOs. But with Ashes of Creation, I really like how they don't have fast travel. Like, when I'm in an MMO world, I don't want it to be an ARPG, which is what WoW has become. In WoW, you don't have to travel anywhere. Like, in WoW, you sit in a town and you queue for dungeons. Or you get in a group and then you just go to the dungeon. There's no being in the world at all. So that's not really an MMO anymore. It's not like a simulated world. It's just you're queuing for stuff. It's an ARPG. Or like Monster Hunter. It's kind of like Monster Hunter. Like, I was watching some streamers with Ashes of Creation, and like it reminded me of EverQuest. It takes so long to get across the world, and like resource management matters. You have these nodes where you have like storage places, and you can only get certain things in certain places, so you have to like have caravans and bring them to another place, and it feels like an actual living, breathing world when you're doing that. So I really like the direction they're taking. I don't discount Final Fantasy for having fast travel. I think it works very well in the game they created. Because this game is a single-player game first, really. The MMO's secondary. So I'm fine with fast travel being here. But I do remember playing EverQuest, even recently, because I play EverQuest a little bit every time spring comes around, because they release a time release server, so they start in the original expansion and they go all the way through. And still playing it now, I love that you just walk everywhere. Like, if you've got to get somewhere, sorry, it's going to take 2 hours to get across the world. Deal with it. So then, like, you have to take things on the journey you might need to make that massive journey, and the world feels real because you have to go through it. Whereas WoW had that in Classic and just lost it after that. Oh, you really enjoyed Stormblood? That's good. Because Stormblood seems like the kind of Chinese culture theme. If you're going to give WoW a try, what I would do is, it sounds weird, but play hardcore. The hardcore classic WoW community is way more akin to Final Fantasy community than any other community in WoW, because they're not optimizing DPS meter whores, which the rest of WoW is. They're just trying to live in the world, help each other, because they know if you die, you're dead forever. So people are way more helpful. They're way more willing to like give you a chance in dungeons and help you out if you're having trouble. Like, classic WoW hardcore is what I would try if I were you. Obviously, you might die and you might have to start over, but who cares? You can try another race, another class. You can start out in a different area. Yeah, when I play hardcore, the community was so much cooler. Because I love classic WoW, but if you play classic WoW now, and me and my friends are leveling on a regular classic WoW server, basically all anyone cares about is what class has the most DPS. You have to get all your world buffs, or we will not invite you. World buffs are a tedious thing that takes you like an hour to get. Yeah, people have ruined the game, really. No, if you die in hardcore WoW. It's like any other hardcore version, like RuneScape hardcore or PoE hardcore. But I just recommended that because the community is a hell of a lot better. People are very, very nice to each other. It feels way more like Final Fantasy does. I've never had someone get mad in Final Fantasy when we wiped. It hasn't happened yet. Like, we had 2 people DC in a dungeon group, and it was me and the tank just sitting there. And we waited 10 minutes, and he wasn't upset. It's like, nah, they might get back. We don't want them to be kicked from this. And they both came back, and we ran the dungeon. That would never happen in WoW. Or like, I die all the time the first time I see these fights. I died in the Primacian a bunch of times. No one gave me crap for it. That's not like WoW. Like any game, I'm assuming once you get to the super hardcore stuff, people will get, a little more anal about missing mechanics, but that's what the hardcore stuff is for. And typically, like, you get a static group for that anyway, so everyone knows the deal. But some of the harder dungeons, and there are actual hard dungeons in the main story, like, everyone is great. Like, there was that one dungeon yesterday where we kept dying and nobody knew what the mechanic was. Because the one guy had played it before, I hadn't played it in forever, and we figured it out after wiping twice, and we did it. That was the one with the zombies and the ads. And then we figured out, oh, that big AoE, we gotta kill the zombies with that. We can't kill the zombies. And we did it after wiping twice, and everyone was like cheerful when we did it. It was really cool. I mean, that's the best thing about Final Fantasy XIV. It's community. Oh, well, that's a bad tank. See, I primarily tank in every MMO. I tank in WoW. I enjoy tanking. And if they don't tell you anything, and then you do it wrong, they can't be mad. They can just be like, okay, so I was doing this, so next time make sure you move over here. That's all they need to do. That's a bad tank. It must be a WoW player. Because God forbid in WoW you do a mythic dungeon for the first time without watching a complete video of every mechanic in the dungeon. My God, they will break you over the coals. But yeah, Final Fantasy people have been fantastic. Yeah, that happens, and that's fine. Like, it's a game. We're having fun. You look up stuff, you do it, you're good. I'm liking this music, and the art's really cool. Concept art, so. Yeah, but as for my next plan, I do have to level up my main classes, Warrior and Bard. So I'm taking them into Stormblood. I don't think there's anything else I want to level right now. I'm like very interested in Machinist and Samurai, but I know when you hit max level, they give you a bonus to the rest of your job leveling. So I think I'm just going to stick with the two. So I have a DPS and a tank just to switch things up. I'm going to abandon Dragoon. I do not enjoy the rotation very much. Oh, we changed the speed. Yeah, we'll do that. There's so many Chens in this team. Trails into Reverie. Is that part of the Trails series, like Trails into the Sky and stuff? Because I've wishlisted those on Steam. And I've been thinking about playing them, but I haven't started. Partly because I don't know where to start. I've heard they're very good. Okay. And I know, like, they don't directly relate to each other, but they're in the same world, so it is cool to play them all in order. There's a bunch of games I want to play. Final Fantasy Tactics is out very soon. I think end of September. And I've never played Final Fantasy Tactics all the way through. And that's going to be optimized for PC, so I'm going to very much enjoy that. I bought Legends of Grimrock, which just super nostalgic. It's a game based on very old, like, Might and Magic dungeon crawlers. Really want to play that. Oh, they used their own engine. Interesting. Oh, we got post-credits.
So La Habrea and Igaeorm have fallen. Bested by mortals in their attempt to initiate the Eighth rejoining. The day should be so.
So he's on the moon. I was kind of spoiled. I know in Endwalker we go to the moon.
And now it falls to me to deal with the consequences.
So it's
Without
probably hinting at that.
The balance between light and darkness will begin to shift, placing our mission
It's
in
like a Final Fantasy IV homage, because you go to the moon in 4.
Hydaelyn's champion has grown too strong. His might encroaches upon the realm of gods.
That's right.
Equilibrium must needs be restored. The time has come for you and yours to join the fray. Warrior of Darkness.
Warrior of Light, Warrior of Darkness. And he's a warrior. He's got the warrior gear on. Yep, on the moon. That's so cool. Final Fantasy IV is my favorite Final Fantasy story, so. And you fight Zemos on the moon. You probably fight Zemos in that expansion too. And Walker. Don't tell me, but I'm guessing you do. Oh, we're hanging by the goblins.
Remind me, why is there no rest for the righteous?
Because they care, Master Garland.
Yeah, if the characters show up, I'll be so happy. Like Plum and Param, Tella, Cecil. I'm guessing you'll probably fight Golbez at some point. What is happening? They delve too greedily and too deep.
Of all the things they could have picked to play with, that's not a toy, you bloody fools, it's a primal! Beyond simmering shadow, lies shimmering light. Yeah, I don't know what that is yet. Alright. So I need to log off because I do have a 1-hour call every day. Even though I'm off from work, they still want to take our time for 1 hour. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just leave it right here because this is probably going to lead me to a different story and I don't want to leave in the middle. I feel like we had a good finality to that. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to come on in the afternoon or evening to play more Dark Souls.
because it's a good compliment to this game. Very different. And I want to finish that up. So, yeah, I'll be on a bit later, but thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.